Yeah, good afternoon, friends. We have a very special guest with us, Professor Bishnu Pal. He is the Dean, School of Engineering and Academics, Mahindra University, Hyderabad. We are glad to have you at this event, Bishnu, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Sir, my question to you is we have seen and witnessed how the overall education industries has transformed from since last 2.5 years. What has been the role of your institute, sir, your university, and how you have transformed your teaching learning practices?
You see, compared to we have been till we were hit by the COVID, we were still classical mode of teaching, but because of the COVID, we had to innovate and try to maximize or the transfer of knowledge through online mode, because there are no students who are allowed to come into the class. So all the lectures were held when a large class, it was through Zoom, and for medium to smaller classes, it was by MS Team. The problem that we eventually experienced is that we don't know whether the student is really listening to the, he is on, that is on, but but this applies. A percentage of students who are not so serious, that they are trying to tell themselves that I am very smart.
Right.
But that is not true. The good students are still attending. That we can see in the examination. Their delivery in the examination against questions. But there were some certain problems that you cannot do it, since it is engineering. You have to, when you work on a, carry out the calculation step by step. In that process also students learn. Their brain is working. But if you just show directly a PowerPoint, it does not work so well in engineering. And most importantly, the practical classes. Laboratory classes is very difficult. So we have what we did was that teachers actually carry out the experiment and video recorded, then shared with the students. But whether they have understood or not, that we tested by having some viva voce examinations.
Correct. Sir, my next question to you, you had a wonderful panel session just now. How do a blended education overall transforms the teacher-student dynamics in terms of their relation of grasping the lecture delivery?
Yeah, so we have flagged problems there, because if you do in a physical class, by just looking at the face of the student, you can make out whether what you have told has been absorbed by the students. From the face itself will tell. You can walk around. Those students who are not very serious, not listening, you walk towards the end of the class, and then you can ask physically. You can't do it on a blended mode. It's very difficult. Okay, so this has been raised, but since so many people are working, so many EDTECH companies are working. We have fantastic, IT people around in the country. So I'm very hopeful that there will be a lot of new innovations which will try to minimize these problems. Completely is difficult, but I also said at the end there is also a lot of positives of the online. Like, for example, you can store your figures already, and that you can simultaneously use while you are writing on the board, so that you have that facility in the class. Otherwise, that was not there, LCD and all those things, not before. So these are certain positives. It need not be completely PowerPoint. That I used to be at IIT Delhi for 35 years. I never used PowerPoint there, but now here I use, because of this problem of which there also is a problem. So there are innovations you have to make. You can, every sentence or every one line you can bring into animation. That's what I do. And my US friend says that is a good idea, because otherwise students focus on the whole board, the PowerPoint screen. So these are the innovations.
Right. So today is also a very special day for ArdorComm Media, as we are celebrating our first anniversary and 1 year of a difficult and interesting struggle of existence. Any message would you like to give to ArdorComm Media Group, sir?
The message is try to, you have to continuously innovate today.
Correct.
So product life cycle is very short.
Right, sir.
I'm actually a specialist in optical communication.
Okay.
In telecom, the general rule is that 25 years survival of a product. But in optical communications, during the boom time, it happened within 5 years or 4 years, you need to develop a new product.
Yes.
So this applies also to companies like you who are involved with EdTech.
Yeah.
So you have to continuously innovate,
Correct.
come out with new ideas, and not just sit, relax there. I have developed this.
Correct. It was wonderful having you at this forum, so thank you for your precious time on this.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to share whatever little I know.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.